Erase and reuse, repeat and complete, compete and perform, reform and protest. Pro anything, against everything. Thing is, I need to think, I think I need to be neat, to be clean and polite, believe set my dreams in my life, lie down next to the door, and wait for the knock, the crack, the break and the snap myself back into the day, today's too many days since I slept with you always knew what was best, you in your best Sunday dress to kill or dress to die, I could never tell I wish you were here, I wish you were gone, but just because I don't miss you, doesn't mean you're still alive. Maybe 2 or 21. One too many times have I been on the verge, the edge, the border, the exit, the entrance to somewhere I've never been, to everything I wanted to live. I want to leave. I want to leave behind a mark, a tear in my clothes, a hole in my eye. I am everything you ever wanted to say, all the things you never wanted to think, all the people your mother warned you about, all the dreams that left behind, a trail of stained underwear where the entire world could witness, with a screen and a click, crispy and clean, empty and free, freedom through needles and screens on empty TVs. I mean MTV, I mean empty you and empty me on empty streets that go on forever, for everyone but myself. My place is everywhere else, never at home, never alone.
Yeah! It was the second snowfall after my 14th birthday. Launched myself off the icy jump in an inner tube the size of my brain and snapped my left forearm in half. Haven't picked up a guitar since. Fingertips smoothed back to ice cubes and the escape of breath crackles into white noise. The moment I rediscovered my arm, crooked as a stepdad, I looked up at the hill with child's eyes. Like most things, I didn't know why it had happened. Just remember being frozen. The way a chord lingers in the air after it's been struck by the hand that makes it sing. The hill stares back strong. I walked back to the house alone, amazed, like something broken.
Grand Diamond Idol signed a contract, sold his soul for $18,000, a hero's badge, stories of shooting nameless enemies, and the right to hold a striped flag high above his head. I have a friend who married war, and when asked why, he replied, because she was easy, and had a way of stroking him in all the right places, from the tip of his pride stick down to the roundness of his ego, caressing every vein of masculinity on the way. I have a friend who married war. Spent his honeymoon shooting targets and making love to air hopes of carrying M60s and dunking under enemy fire. His body left exhausted on the pavement, breath heavy under a wounded chest, and hero stories braining in his head. I have a friend who married war. Bore 2 children to her violence. One he loved, the other he beat. The beautiful, alluring child by day he would hug and hold as he boasted, "Look what you have made me, a hero." A name that will contain a legacy beyond letters inscribed on a tomb, and a respect that no man can deny. And by night he would wake the beaten child. And after his nightmares refused to surrender to nightmares, he would scream, "Look what you have made me." Hands covered in blood that won't wash, and the bearer of a burden of flag that sometimes gets too big to carry. Look what you have made me. I had a friend who married war. Never had his way with peace and instead flirted and fell vulnerable to destiny. Because when he faced nameless enemies, he knew they didn't see his soul. All they saw was a barcode, 9 digital numbers, and a cage for flesh and bones. I have a friend who married war and didn't know religion until he did. Because prayers stood empty on the hill as he laid in the comfort of his bed. But there on foreign land, where the soil reeked of blood from heroes and not so heroes, there he neither heard nor saw nor even felt the bullet. Until his body laid on the ground, heavy with dead weight, medals and legacy, guns and stories. It wasn't that until he felt the true weight of, "Please God, help me." I have a friend who married war, and when he died, war didn't mourn. She sent a note home and married another son, another married man, another friend. Had her way with his inexperienced body, caressed his manhood in all the new ways, and no sooner was my friend's name on a white cross when she whispered the tempting words into another's ear, "I have, I will, I do."
Obsessed with bringing you back to life. Let me dream of wandering through cemeteries, searching for the right stone, the one with your name, but finding only similar spellings and incorrect dates of death. Though your breath smells like embalming fluid, I'm not afraid to lay one on those cold lips. Press myself up against your rigid form and try to warm you up a bit. I'll raise the dead for you because I've heard that girls like necromantic stuff like that. I may look like Beetlejuice, but you only have to say my name once to get me to come, ready to scare away any son of a bitch that tries to invade our space. And just remember that in the end, it's you and me, babe. I want to trick or treat between your thighs and fuck until the stitches holding our Frankenstein bodies together snap and we have to reattach limbs just so we can cuddle afterwards. Don't worry. I've got a needle and thread around here somewhere. We like costumes, we wear masks, we wear way too much black. We prefer the cover of night and spend our days in back alleys and dive bars, the sanctuaries of the damned. We hide from those mobs that chase us. They wave their pitchforks and torches and cry for justice because no one understands our love. So we run off into the shadows, cackle our morbid cries of affection and barely avoid capture, and then our legend gets passed around campfires and told to little kids to keep them in line. And now we've just become an old yarn. Just to creep out the tourist story you swear could be true if you didn't know better, and you do know better. Don't you? So take my hand, and we'll try to outrun some demons. We'll try to convince ourselves that monsters are imaginary. We'll hug our knees and repeat, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, it's not real, until we go insane and end up committed to each other. Locked in a loony bin for having the courage to ignore death and keep love alive. We may go through the rest of our days rotting and restrained, unable to see each other or even communicate, but baby, I'll never forget the way you looked in that red burial dress, and now I drag your love around town in a coffin. Let me be your undertaker, your grave digger. Let me be the one to dress you for your final gathering, and be the one that paws through the moist earth, who digs deep enough to assure that your sleep is sound.